Drunk baby. Oh no, nothing. Didn't die. Pop-up video. Hey everyone. Okay, so today I'm gonna do the my first time tag. I've seen so many people do it and I love this tag, and I finally actually got tagged for something. The Daily Cupcake tagged me and many others. I don't know who I'm gonna tag yet, but if I tag people, and I probably will, it'll be down below in the description. Basically, it's not about that first time, but it's about a first time, and everybody says this at the beginning of the video, so I thought I'd join in. It's about like all different kinds of first time slash first things, and I don't even know how many questions there are, but yeah, it looks like a lot of them. So let's go. Okay, the first question is, do you still talk to your first love? This is a really weird first question. It's like diving in head first. No, I don't. And I'm not even sure who to say was my first love, but he's my first boyfriend. He was the first person that I ever said, like, I love you too. It was very cheesy, very cute. I dated him like in high school, and then we were best friends after that for like a long time. And then we stopped being best friends. It's the saddest story in the world, so I'm not gonna tell it. I just stopped talking to him like a year or two ago. Very sad still, even still, very sad about it. Next, what was your first alcoholic drink? I don't remember. I wasn't really into drinking in high school, but I did badly, and I liked Jack Daniels, and I liked, well, I didn't really like anything, but I drank it. Drunk baby. For the life of me, I can't remember. Which is kind of funny, right? Maybe not funny? I don't know. Next, what was your first job? I think my first job was working for my parents, because there's like a family business and I worked there. But I've had all kinds of jobs. My first out job, I'm pretty sure it was at Forever 21. That was hell on earth. Next, what was your first car? It was a Saturn 2000 and early 2000s Saturn, and I drove it to death. Like, I just got a new car like a couple years ago, and the only reason why I got a new car is because that one got totaled. Like, this guy killed it, and I was killing it anyway. It was dying, but yeah, I liked that car. I don't know, I'm not really into cars. I don't care, you know. Next, who was the first person to text you today? Let me see on the phone. Who wins the race today? Does that mean like today, like last night? Like, cause I was up until like 4 or 5 in the morning, and so I could tell you who texted me first like after midnight. I'm gonna do it like that because that's just how my life goes. 12:03 from Bo, a boy. Interesting. Next question. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? The real first person I thought of was myself, because that's how I work. But honestly, if anybody wants to be real, they thought of themselves first. I tell the truth, and I don't blame you. Who was your first grade teacher? In my school, we had different teachers. We didn't just have one teacher, but the main teacher that I can think of that stood out to me was Mrs. Frame, and she did like reading, and I really liked her. She was so great. She was really nice. Next, where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? I don't know. I think it was Cancun. There were like a few years when I was in elementary school that my parents kept going back to Cancun. And I mean, like, maybe it's kind of weird that we went to Cancun so many times, but it was like, I don't know. It wasn't like spring break. It was just like fun beach time. I liked it. Okay, next, who is your first best friend, and do you still talk? No. We were in preschool, like little, and her name was Maggie. I guess that was short for Megan. I don't really even know at this point, but she was my best friend at that time. But of course, we went on to our separate elementary schools, separate kindergartens, and the relationship just fell apart after that. I don't know. Next, where was your first sleepover? I don't remember, but a really good guess is a friend that I had, and it's kind of weird to say that she was my friend because she was like an old woman in our church that we went to whenever I was really small, and her name was Bessy, and like she didn't have any little girls, and she had a son, but he was like, I think like already an adult or a teenager or something, and for some reason she just loved me, and I was just little and fun, and we were just friends, and it was awesome, and I just like went and spent the night at her house a lot, and she like gave me candy, and I remember watching like really old Disney movies and like stuff like Yentl and like musicals and stuff. Like, she was awesome. Like, she is the person that taught me to microwave things. Like, we used to like microwave those little mini Hershey candies, the ones that come in like the variety of flavors. And like after that I was like ruined. I microwave like everything now. Like give me a cookie, I'm like, I wish I had a microwave. Like, and that's because of Bessy. I'm totally gonna name my first girl Bessy. You heard it first. It's just, she was just such a fun, awesome lady. Anyway, next, who is the first person you talked to today? Again, I have to say it, Bo, because, well, I told you, he called me. I was still in bed. Whose wedding were you in the first time? I was the flower girl in my cousin Laura's wedding, and it was such a cool wedding, and it was in this amazing, like, old, like, romantic, old style house with like red carpets, and I don't know, it was really cool, and I loved my dress, and I had like a little thing in my hair, and I wore these little ballet shoes, and I spilled punch on my dress, and I distinctly remember having the fear in my soul because I spilled punch all the way down my like white dress, and I was so scared that my mom was gonna get mad at me, but it was after the wedding, so it was kind of like, okay, whatever. Didn't die. What is the first thing you did this morning? Well, I slept in really late because, like I said, I stayed up really late, and I was in bed, and the first thing that I wanted to do was open YouTube and watch some YouTube videos, and that was fun because I'm addicted. What was the first concert you ever went to? I don't totally remember. I'm sure I went to a concert whenever I was younger or a kid or whatever, but right now I don't remember. But the first one that I ever went to, like as a teenager, like by myself, being a big kid, was, I think, I'm kind of torn. It was either Rilo Kiley or Azure Ray, and I was like 16 years old and just being too cool for school. First broken bone, I was either 4 or 5. Funny story, I was in preschool, and my mom goes to this farmer's market. She still goes to it to this day, and there's like, you know, vegetables and fruit and stuff on either side, and there's this big aisle. Not as big as it was whenever I was little, because I've been back since, of course, but I was little, and I have a cousin that is just like a year older than me, and he's a guy, and we were, you know, powerful friends when we were little, and we were racing each other down the center aisle because, you know, bad hoodlum children being out of control. We were racing down the middle, and I swear he pushed me because I was winning, and like I still totally hold on to that explanation, and I broke my arm, and it was very sad, but I got a hot pink cast, and you know, that's all that matters. What's sadder than like a small cute baby with like a broken limb? Nothing. Nothing. And I haven't broken anything since, except for I feel like I broke my nose at some point, but I just don't remember. It could happen. Next, first piercing. My ears, I got both of my ears pierced. I think I was 9 years old. The first time I got them pierced at Claire's, and I swear the girl was like wasted, and they were like crooked, and so I've had to have them redone actually twice. Long story, but yeah, my ears, just the lobes. First foreign country you've gone to? Mexico. Mexico. Does anyone else instantly think Wonder Showzen when they hear the word Mexico? Just me? Just me? Okay. First movie you remember seeing? Snow White in the theater. It was before my little sister was born. I don't remember how old I was, but like Snow White was being like re-released into the theaters, like one of those, I don't know what they call them, and they re-release it out of the vault or whatever. It was one of those situations, and I was there with my mom and my dad and my older sister, and my dad and my older sister went to go see, I think, Jurassic Park, and me and my mom went to go see Snow White, and I was terrified. It was mind-blowing for me, and I could not hang. Witches. That was my thing. When I was little, I was deathly afraid of witches. And you know, like when you think about it, like a lot of the kids' movies, I don't know, at least when I was growing up, there were witches as the villains, and they terrified me. And the witch in Snow White is literally terrifying. I mean, she was the queen, but she also seemed like a witch. I don't know. She was a witch, and it scared me so bad. Like, I think I had to be taken out of the theater. I remember it distinctly, and I know I was tiny. When was your first detention? I don't know. I was always being kind of bad and like talking too much in class and stuff, so I'm sure it was in elementary school. Like I had to like stay in from recess or something and be in detention. But I mean, like in high school and stuff, I never really did anything that merited detention exactly, except for tardies. I am even now very late to everything and I didn't care, and so I got a bajillion tardies and I had to like make up time. It was bad, very bad. Who was your first roommate? I remember her face distinctly, but I don't remember her name. She was only with me for 1 semester and then I was with a different girl. I don't remember her name. She was nice. I was a really bad roommate, I can own that, but she was nice. Whatever. Okay, next, if you had one wish, what would it be? Is this seriously a question? This is not a first. I don't know. If I had one wish, I would wish that... I don't know. This is too much pressure. Pass. I don't know if you can pass. What is something you would learn if you had the chance? If I had the chance to like go back to school and study something completely different, I would do something involving like video and photography and stuff like that, because obviously I'm super interested in it and I was not studying anything like this when I was in school, but it would really come in handy with my YouTube channel and everything like that, and maybe like graphic design too. So pretty much anything and everything that would help me with like the YouTube internets and stuff, like video editing and stuff like that. Like I would love to be like way more knowledgeable about how to make this as good as it can be, because honestly, like I try really hard, but when it comes down to it, I'm just kind of like making do as I go. What were the first lessons you ever took? Piano. When I was growing up, we lived next to another family that had like 3 kids, and they were like us but different, and the mom taught piano lessons out of her house, and so we all took piano lessons, and I was not very good because I was not very motivated. And the last question is one that she actually added in. She said my added question, so I'm gonna answer it. Who was the first beauty related person you watched on YouTube? I kind of paraphrased that. I don't know. I was just like watching reviews and stuff and like just kind of taking it and leaving it and not like getting into it. I think the first person I like really started watching a lot of her videos, because I think it was like Halloween or something, so she was doing a lot of costume videos, was Candy Johnson, because she's just some bright sunshine. You gotta love her. Whew, that kind of felt like a long video. I'm sorry if that took forever, and I'm happy if you're still here. I'm gonna list all the questions down below, so if you want to do the tag, definitely leave it as a video response. I'm gonna tag some people. I don't know even if anybody has not done it yet, but it's fun. I like this one. If you have any comments or questions or whatever, you can comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. You can also hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, or Facebook or Tumblr. I'm LeighAnnSays everywhere. I'm really easy to find, and I love hearing from you guys. I also love when you subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. If you already have, thank you so much, and I love you. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. My mouth is dry like a cat. Self-obsessed. Not really, but honestly. My hair's been crazy. Excuse me. My phone is blowing up a lot. I liked it. Thank you. Tropical Frenzy, and it's like a hot pink, and it's what I have on my lips right now. Definitely really like this one. When I first tried this one, I immediately thought of that one, and it's a good thing. I really like this color. It's very bright and in your face, but in a good way for me, I think, right? Do you like it?